Hello. In this session I will demonstrate the use of Adobe's Bridge to work with a large LayerCake collection. I'll also demonstrate how to reduce your workflow and have more time to be creative. This session is about organizing LayerCake folders, subfolders, and files, and I'm going to suggest to you exactly what I do. First, a little bit about Bridge. Bridge is a very powerful standalone application used as an organizational software that stores your image files. And these files can be shown as thumbnails in different sizes. Let's start by showing you how to make your LayerCake collections easier to use. Here are 3 ways to open Bridge in Photoshop. First, if you bought the LayerCake Action palette, you would merely click the top line and Bridge opens. Or you can navigate to the top right here, and as you can see, it says go to Bridge. You click and Bridge will open. And the third way is merely going to File, selecting Browse, and Bridge will open. Here I'm going to use the LayerCake Action palette. I'm going to click Bridge and it will open. Bridge offers many ways to display your thumbnails. I like this format. In the left column, Bridge offers you 2 sections to work with. There's the Folder section, and I'll click on the Favorite section. Let's go back to the Folder section. What's in your Folder section? Everything that's stored on your computer. Every folder, subfolder, and file. If you're a professional photographer, as I am, you'll have a voluminous amount of folders, subfolders, and files. And it's very difficult for me to navigate down and up to try to select the particular folder that I'm working on. And particularly if I'm working on a large collection, it's almost impossible to find everything on the fly. So here's what I recommend. First, let me click in the Favorite section here, and as you can see, it's empty. I purposely emptied it for the sake of this demonstration. LayerCake has many collections. We're going to take the Natures collection, which is one of the largest ones for demonstration purposes. First, I have to scroll through the Folder section to locate the Nature collection. This is not an easy task because there are so many folders. Now that I have located it, I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to add it to my favorites. And let's go over to Favorites, and there it is. So when I close Photoshop down and reopen it, it will always be in the Favorites section. Now, would you rather try to locate it here, or would you rather locate it here? Now let's say I'm finished with the Nature collection. I'm moving on to another project. I'll just simply right-click and remove it from the Favorites. Now I'm going to right-click again, and I'm going to add it to the Favorites. Now I can click on it, and all the subfolders are now open. Now let's assume I'm working on a large project, and I would love having these subfolders in the LayerCake section. That's very simple. I simply right-click, and I add to Favorites, and so on. And incidentally, you can also drag a subfolder or a folder into Favorites as well. Either right-click or drag. Let's assume that I need to get this project to my client in a short period of time. I'll open Bridge. And instead of going to the folders, I'm going to go to my Favorites, and I'm going to look for something that I think will work well with this picture. So let me go to the full trees, and let's open those. And let's choose a tree here that I think will work well. So we'll just click this open. And let's take and we'll drag a tree onto the photo. Let's drag this one here. Okay, and we'll close this out. place the tree right here with the shadow. Now let's say we want to bring in a horse. Instead of going through the folder section to try and find the collection, we merely go over to favorites. We click on the birds and animals. There's the horse. And let's drag the horse in. There we go. We'll close this out. This picture is starting to take shape, so let's add a fence. So I'm going to open Bridge, and I'm going to navigate it in the favorite section here to fences and click on it. And now the fences are open. Let's take a look. Let's try this one. Now let's drag the fence in. You know, I like this image, but the tree bothers me. It just quite doesn't fit into this Kansas City scene. So I have to do something on the fly to get rid of the tree, so let's do it. I've opened Bridge. I'm going to click on the set of trees, and let's go see if we can find something else that works a little bit better. Let's click on this section here. And let's remove this tree. There, I love this tree, and this composition took me a matter of minutes. So let's go over what we learned. You just merely click on favorites, and you open them up, just like that, and there, voila, it's done. And just keep navigating until you find what you want. And let's assume again that you wanted to go for the horses. There it is. And you can now do your project in half the time. Once again, the Adobe Bridge favorite section allows you to save time, translate that into making money, and being more creative.